Hey sis. I'm trying. Wait a minute. I'm trying to get this thing. What this is? I'm trying to move this girl. I don't even know what this thing is. Wait a minute. Hey, honey.
Hey.
How are you?
I am good. How about you?
I am good. You hear what I tell you? I'm good. So listen. God gave me this vision, and um I have to let me encourage you for a minute. Then I have the let's talk with God. And so, the let me encourage you is motivational, inspirational. Then the let me talk with God is more or less, it's almost like um prophetic Bible study in a sense. So I asked God, I said, I want to do something to where we could just be real, raw, transparent, naked. Um, and a lot of people say standing in our truth, but just standing in the truth of what is,
Right.
of how we feel, of not saying that we're controlled by our emotions, but saying that we have emotions,
Right.
and we have a right to express them. Just don't let them control us. So God gave me just being V. That's what he gave me. Just just being V. This is not churchy. um I mean, we're not gonna curse or anything. We ain't drinking up here and nothing. We're just being ourselves. We
Amen.
just being sis. We being V, and we just being sis and sis for real. That's what this is. So if any, this is actually my first episode on Facebook, but
Okay.
you can catch me on Roku TV. I think it's what, Fire Stick, streaming, all of that. 9 o'clock Monday mornings. I am on Roku TV, just being V, at 9 o'clock on Monday morning. And this is going to be my first episode far as showing it on Facebook.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I'm thinking about just doing YouTube. That way, if they want to see it, they can go over there. They can look at TV. So, and it's also keeping it more private and
Hmm.
more personal, if that makes sense. So, what you think about that?
I love it. I love it. I love it.
So this and really the only reason I did this with the bereavement parent month is because I have a lot of friends dealing
Yes.
with that. And
Yeah.
so this is really one of the only reasons that I actually have I'm showing it on Facebook, because I do have a lot of friends dealing, with the loss of a child or whatever. But after this one, you will have to go to YouTube, or you will have to go to Roku Monday mornings at 9 o'clock if you want to see any of the episodes of Just Being V. So, with that being said, I am grateful once again that God chose me for this assignment, and I want to do everything that is pleasing to Him. I want you to be free. I want you to be transparent. I want you to be open. I want you to be real. Um, this is a no holds bar. Whatever you feel, whatever you want to say, it's a go.
Okay.
So, I got to be honest, sis. Well, first of all, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Life is life, but I'm doing good.
Life is truly life
Yes.
for real. So listen, um, I'm shamed
What?
because this is the first time that I've heard of bereavement parent month.
Me too. And if I
I am
didn't see it
so
on Facebook, I would not
yeah,
have known.
I am
Yep.
so serious. Like, I've never seen anybody post it
Me either.
until like one of my friends, I saw it on Instagram, and I was like, bereavement parent month. I was like, oh, okay.
I didn't know it either.
Yeah, this was it was a first for me. Um Wow. Wow. I like to be able to relate to the different things, like alopecia month,
Right.
different things like that. But this is one month that I really didn't want to have to relate to. Um,
Right.
but nevertheless, here we are, and
Hmm.
we just gonna talk about that, and especially um being saved, being
Right.
part of the body of Christ, being used by God, being called by God, being chosen by God, and yet still living for God, breathing for God, working for God. And He called our children home.
Right. Right.
How you feel about that?
Uh, you know, I had a
Well, no,
friend
let me start back. Let me start back. How did you feel about that?
in the beginning. I never was angry with
Oh,
God,
yeah. Oh,
but I did question, like, why
mm,
my child? If my child
mhm.
only 22, he's just starting out with life, just got his first apartment. I'm like, oh, he about to be this
Yeah,
grown man. He got his apartment in April, and he passed away in June. And so, and yeah, in the beginning, I was like, and for one, I didn't know how I was gonna make it through.
yeah,
That much I would take as, I never ever thought that I'd be walking this earth without my children. I thought
yeah.
he was gonna bury me. So in the beginning, it was just a lot of questions, with God, like, why my child? Why my
Mhm.
child? And I'm like, and he was doing what young men do at his age.
Yeah,
He wasn't bad or whatever. So I'm like, why my child?
right,
And to be
right.
honest, like, you got kids out here being a menace.
Let's what
Why my child?
that like just the other day, um, it was yeah, just the other day there was a shooting in the mall
Hmm.
here, the Oglethorpe Mall. And I didn't know until my girlfriend texted me, but her aunt and all of us used to go to church together, singing the choir together. Her aunt was in the mall that day, and
Wow.
she was hiding from the shooter and suffered a heart attack.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah. And was in the hospital in ICU, and um doctors took her off life support. So
Oh.
yeah, she passed I think Thursday night, Friday morning, something like that. So um it was a shock. Real beautiful woman, real sweet, soft spoken but strong in her faith. Um
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. So
Yes.
like you said, our kids weren't doing that.
Right.
They
Right.
weren't doing this foolishness.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it
Wow.
was very hard in the beginning, and I'm the person, like, I'm the strong friend.
Uh-huh.
I'm the friend that's there for everybody. So
Yeah.
this is all new to me. I'm like, what am I supposed to do?
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, like no, I'm the one they call and text to pray.
Right.
I'm I'm
Right.
I'm the strong one. So now, like, you know, so since I don't want to I'm not trying to make you relive anything. And you can do it only if you want to. Can you for the ones that haven't heard your testimony, can you tell us um like throughout that week or in a couple of days, did you sense anything, and like what led up um to his to his death? um what were the last 24 hours like with him?
Well, I'm gonna go maybe 2 months before I
Okay.
had this dream, and in the dream, and I probably will cry before before I
And
get
it's
to
fine.
it.
And it's fine. And it's
But,
fine.
so when you grow in Christ or whatever, and
Uh-huh.
I didn't realize this, it's happened to me twice. That In the dream, he showed me what was gonna happen. And of course, you wake up in the dream, he was in water, he was struggling in this water. And I'm like, what is he doing in water? He can't swim. And then I woke up because the dream was so real.
Yes. Yeah.
And I was like, wait a minute. And I, you get up, you try to shake it off, and I'm like, I rebuke you, rebuke it, devil, all of this. And it scared me. It scared me.
Yeah.
And I didn't think about that dream until it happened.
Yeah.
And that very thing happened. And then that weekend, my son had told me, because I had an Acura TL, and I was like, I went to the Acura for service for my car. And I was like, man, they got a red Acura MDX. And I came back and talked about it, whatever. And my son, he told me it was like maybe May or whatever. And like I said, yeah, I want this Acura MDX, but I'm gonna wait till about December time frame. And he was like, well, if you get it, I give you $1,000 towards it. And in my mind, I'm like, no, you my baby, whatever. I ain't gonna take your money.
Oh.
And then this one, I'm probably start crying.
And it's okay. It's okay.
In that conversation, I was like, no, I'm gonna wait till December, whatever. And he was like, I'll probably be dead before.
Oh, wow. Oh.
Before that time come. And I was like, because I truly believe words are powerful.
Yes.
Don't say that, don't say that, don't say that, or whatever. Yeah. And my Acura TL, like that, it was acting up like something was going on with it. And I had called Acura, and I was like, this is happening with my car. Right. And it's like, you need to bring it up there, bring it up. And so I was like, okay. And I had to get it towed because the car, as my husband and I was driving, the power steering went out, everything went out. When I tell you that car stopped in my driveway, it would not. So we had to get it towed up there. And when they told me everything was the stuff that was wrong with it, was like almost $3,000. And I'm like, I'm not gonna pay you. This was June. My son passed June 7th. This was like June, the week before the 7th. And I was like, no, I'm not gonna pay you almost $3,000, then trade it in December. So right. I was like, how much you give me for it? And they told me, and then I called my son. I was like, hey, remember that offer you offered me? But he was like, yeah. So that Friday he bought me the money. That Saturday, went to get the MDX, and that Saturday I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go, give him a ride or whatever. When he gave me the money, something was like, give him a hug or whatever, and I did not give him a hug. I did not. And I was like, man, that Friday, he bought me the money. That Saturday, we was at the car dealership, and that whole day I was just like in a mood, and I didn't know why. And then that Sunday, he passed away. Yeah. So, and
so did it happen that Saturday evening, or actually happened
that Sunday? The very next day after I got the car, that he gave me the money that helped me to get, in the same time the car that he was like, oh, I'll probably be dead before December. So and when we was planning for the funeral arrangements, I didn't tell nobody about the dream. Nobody, until Thursday. We was going to see my pastor because our family was getting ready to come in, and I was like, so we was like, well, we need to go get prayer or whatever, because family come during that time, it's just a lot. And I told my husband before we went to see my pastor, I was like, hey, I need to tell you something. I was like, I saw it before it happened. I saw it. And I explained to him about the dream. And then we went to go see my pastor. And the only person I told was my husband. And my pastor, like, no, God showed you. He warned you before it happened. And I looked at my husband, and I was like, yeah. So, yeah. And after I did not sit down and think about everything leading up to it.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
But
So my car, I'm like, I have a necklace that another bereaved mother
mm-hmm.
she got, and it hangs up in my car.
Oh wow.
So that weekend was like, yeah.
So
and it's amazing how it works.
yeah, it is. And I just want you to know one thing, that there's nothing that you could have done to.
Yeah, that's what
Mm-hmm.
I struggle with that because
Yeah.
you know we're moms
Yeah.
are protectors, and I can't swim either. But I'm like, I would have jumped in the water for my baby. Like, take me before you
Yeah.
take my baby, because at least I've lived longer than he has. I've seen a little more things than he has. So, but that's been. I'm a little better now, but in the beginning that really bothered me because in general, my nature is to be a protector.
Right.
So like that's who I am, and I'm like, and I wasn't there for my baby. I was not there for my baby, so that bothers me a lot.
What exactly happened? Was he at the beach? Was he, with friends? What exactly?
He was with a young lady. I guess they were dating. I don't know, but he was with a young lady. They was out at it's called Nolan Lake in Litchfield. And to be honest, we ain't had no business out there. So I don't know why he was out there. And my only thing is probably the young lady or whatever. And he was out there, and according to the young lady, he jumped in the lake or whatever. And I don't believe that. But yeah, so it's accidental drowning. So that's what happened. And I'll say this.
Our children.
Yeah, I'm like,
and and this is just me. You know how people, clown around, they be playing and tickling each other and running and all of that. And probably 10 times out of 10, she pushed him. Didn't mean to, so too. But pushed him and didn't realize he couldn't swim.
Yeah. So
and instead of telling it, yeah.
But
yeah.
I say, God's wrath is far worse than mine could be.
Yes.
Because there's been plenty of times I've thought about doing stuff that I should not do.
Well, I'm glad you didn't.
Yeah. And every time I'm about to put that in action,
I thank God.
Yes.
I ain't got that many coins to come get you now. Blessing sister. I ain't got too many coins to come get you.
So but no, but something to let me know I got you.
And he do. One thing we know that, whatever is, hidden, it will come to the light. And if that was the case, I really do believe before she leaves this earth that she is going to tell you. She's going to tell you the truth.
You know, I do prison and jail ministry, and I do prison ministry with another Reverend Owens, and we had this class, and we was talking about that, and she was like, right now your heart is not ready for her to come and tell you. And I'm like,
she might come and tell you that you might snatch her face off. So yeah, girl, it ain't the time, baby. Sweetheart, just hold that for me. Just hold that. Yeah, but right now it's still too fresh because you could have said that in the beginning.
Absolutely.
And to know that all of this the guilt that you carry could have been lessened with the truth. So right now
That's what I said. Well, God knows, because I honestly don't know what would happen right now.
Right. Exactly. So we're gonna let her hold on to that.
Right.
We're gonna let her hold on to that.
Supposed to forgive, but I'm be honest, I don't know what I would do right now. So
and I like that. And that's why God allowed me to do Just Being V. because of what you just said right there, because so many of us, we have this reputation, and um we, everybody, our character and all of this other stuff, and get caught up with the office and the gift that we're carrying, and don't want to be honest.
Right.
Don't want to be honest with that. And I'm glad that you said that. It's crazy because I had a dream, and it was more or less my pastor and my first lady. I was at my old house in North Carolina, and I saw my pastor and my first lady, and I saw two of my close friends. And I was standing in the hallway, and I saw a casket, and they was looking at me crying. And I just assumed that it was their son. So when I came out, I looked across the field. Get this now. I looked across the field, and I saw my old church that I used to go to.
Oh.
So I jumped in the truck, and I was driving, and I was like, I got to get to the funeral. And since I kept driving, and I could never get there. I kept driving and just couldn't get there. And this was in Kinston, North Carolina. And I'm just driving in the dream. And it's like the harder I drove, I never made it. I never made it there. And I woke up, and I said, oh my Lord, I said, I hope nothing don't happen to Justin. And that was his name, Justin.
Oh.
And so, like you said, probably a week later, he had came home, and everyone knows the story. When he was getting ready to leave, he looked at me, and he had this look on his face, and it was a look of almost like sadness, not fear, but sadness. Now that I can think, like, I want to tell her, but I know if I tell her, she's going to try to stop me. So let me go ahead and do this. Because so many people, when I went to Camp Lejeune, they one of the guys told me that he told him that he was going to die, that God had already showed him. So yeah, he was on his way back to Camp Lejeune, which is in North Carolina, driving, never made it there. Car ended up in a field, just like the field that I saw in the dream. And to see to see my old church, I can look at it as that was God's way of showing me, even though he was in the field, he was going to allow someone, to see him. And, all the people that I dreamt about, they played a part in everything. And so, when I got the news, the first thing I said was, God, you're going to have to help me with this.
Listen.
You're going to have to
listen. Yes.
Sis, it's no other way.
Yes.
It's no other way. You're going to have to help me with this.
Yes.
Because if you don't help me, I'm not going to make it.
Yep.
And I mean, you talk my intercessor, prayer warrior, singing in the choir, singing, but no, at that time I had left. Oh, I was about to leave. I think I left. I had already left from there. I know God. I love God, was living for God, raised them in the, the church and everything. Now, one thing I will say, I never got mad at God. I got mad at him, because if you knew you was tired, if you knew you were sleepy, why didn't you pull over? Why didn't you call me?
Right.
And, as time, went on, like I've always been there for my children. And this was that one time that I was not there for him. So in my mind, the car, flipped over. Was he in the car bleeding, calling for me?
Right.
Was he stuck in the seat belt and couldn't reach his phone? Like, God, what was he calling for me? And I didn't come. But it wasn't until um the paramedic and the funeral home, they did tell me that his neck was broken. And the vertebrae to where it was broken is the one that sends pain to the brain. So I believe that night what I felt like somebody hit me in the chest, he fell asleep. And I think once he hit that cement barrier, it threw him into the steering wheel. And I think from there, when it threw him and his head went back, I think his neck was broken then. So before all of that ever happened, I think that he was already gone. So that gave me the peace that I needed, because I didn't want to think of my child out there calling me. And
right.
I wasn't there, So now what with everything that we've shared and exposed, what are some of, how can I say it, infuriating, distasteful, dislikeful things that you had to experience while you was going through your bereavement? Cause we know it's some ignorant self.
Yes, I honestly think people don't know what to say.
They don't.
What to do during that time. And people, I will say, I don't want to say, like, where you stand in people's life when something like that happens.
Right. Correct.
You learn that. And I had to learn that I'm expecting stuff from people that they just can't give me.
That's it.
And, I started going to a therapist, and she told me, she was like, you are the fixer. So people don't know you in this stage.
Right.
And so that was a hard lesson for me to learn. Some friends that I've known over 30 years didn't come to the funeral, didn't come. And to this day, don't understand how that hurt me. And I'm not that person. I'm not going to say anything until you piss me off, to be honest. Like most times.
Look, you stepped on my shoe. You didn't have to step on my shoe. And furthermore, you could have came to the
right. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm that person. I'm getting better with it, but until you say something to me that's like, I can't believe you said that to me, and here you didn't.
And here you go, didn't even come to my son's funeral.
So that was a hard lesson for me to learn, that I'm expecting stuff from people that they just can't give me. And my husband had to tell me that, because one day, when I tell you I had like an emotional breakdown and came in this house, I just grabbed the Bible and started reading the Bible. And he was like, hold on. Like, because he could tell my body language or whatever. And I just that was a very bad day. And it was, going back and forth with family members. And I feel like your siblings should be there, because they knew you before you was mama, before you was wife, or whatever.
That's right.
Your family members. So I learned that they're not going to be there the way you think they should be, and they're not going to show up the way you think they're going to show up,
or how you would show up.
Yes. So that's the biggest thing. And then people and I got tired of hearing like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, what am I supposed to say to that? Like, no, I'm not okay. But what do you want me to say?
Just be real. Hell no, I'm not okay.
And I will tell you, one of the ladies at church, she's like a mom to me and my husband, and she was the first one. Because every time somebody would ask me how you doing, I'd be like, I'm okay. And that was just like the standard answer. Could be most times falling apart, but I'm okay. And she's the first person grabbed my hand, and she was like, now it's okay not to be okay. I was like, I just looked at her, and I was like, she's the first person. Of course, she one of them seasoned saints, and was like,
right,
it's okay not to be okay, because she could tell that I'm not okay, but I'm okay, because I'm gonna go home and probably bawl out and
Exactly. And
But
look,
yeah,
and it took this situation for me to learn it's okay to not be okay.
yes.
Before that, I felt that my faith wasn't strong enough. I wasn't as close to God as I thought. I shouldn't, because we learn this foolishness. We
Mm-hmm.
learn this foolishness because that foolishness. We learn this religious stuff.
Mm-hmm.
When you got faith, you ain't got to mourn like that, and you ain't got to cry like that, and you ain't got to do this, and you ain't got to do that, and all of that. But this is my thing, and I always go back to this. If Jesus cried over Lazarus,
Mm-hmm.
how can you tell me where I am in Christ because I'm crying over my son?
Right.
And that's why I had to start unlearning some things,
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of people will put you in this place. You still grieving?
Oh
Yeah.
my God. Yes, that burns me
Listen,
up.
baby, that's a fighting phrase.
Right. Oh my God.
That's a fighting phrase.
Right.
And is,
Yeah. And I'm
you
grieved
know,
every day. You
yeah,
know,
3
because
years
my
later,
heart, yeah, my heart gonna
4
forever be.
years later,
Mm-hmm. Because now we
and
got to
next
learn
year
how to
be 10
live
years.
without our children.
Right.
So
And
now we
that's
got
a
to be a whole
process.
new person. Yes.
It's the
Yeah.
same way. And some of them same people are some people that it took them years to get over their boyfriend
Yeah.
that was in high school. And
Right.
he married the cheerleader. And you still salty about that.
Right.
You still mad about that. The
Yeah.
quarterback. We were supposed to get married. We was first loves, and he gave me a promise ring, and he ended up marrying somebody. Still salty about that.
Right. Right.
So
That's
yeah,
something
that's
people, they don't know what to say or do, and then you be like, "Come on,
crazy.
come on."
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Because that's just, but I want to touch on something. I want to touch on something too. When you said we get hurt, we get upset because the people that should be there aren't.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I some people can't give us what we need because they don't have it to give.
Mm-hmm.
But some people do, and they still don't. And it's those ones. It's
Mm-hmm.
those ones. Or people, my grandmama used to have this saying, they know how to pick their people. That means or you choose, it's certain people you choose to deal with, it's certain people you choose to say certain stuff to because they ain't gonna knock your head off. It's certain people you will do this and that for, you know what I'm saying? So it's like the popular people or the well-known people will get more support, will get more understanding, will get more encouragement than somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
And now we still talking about these are the body of Christ.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's crazy because death is death.
It is. It is.
And we should be there. If we have it to give, we should be willing to give it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep.
So after everything, now what year will this be?
June 7th made 5 years he's been gone.
That's right. Okay. Wow.
Yep, 5 years.
And so when June 7th came, because I text you, I always try to, reach out and everything. What was going through your mind? What were you feeling?
This year wasn't as bad as some years have. Each year is different. And I just thinking like it's been 5 years
Yeah.
that my child is gone, has been gone. And I think
Mhm.
about, you start thinking about memories and you actually think about events that happened before,
Yeah.
he passed
Yeah.
away. And you just think about that stuff. But
Hmm.
normally
And it don't seem like that long. It's like for us,
yeah.
it's like yesterday without the bawling and
Mm-hmm.
the crying and the broken heart, how it was that day.
Right.
It's still, there's no time that can pass
No, it's not.
that will measure up to, it just seemed like it was yesterday. Like,
It's
because you're still trying to get, even though we're not just existing, we're living without our children, but we're still processing this thing.
yeah,
We're still processing it like,
hey, there, yeah, you be in amazement. And my child is not here.
oh,
Yep.
like next year, actually, 10 years already. Like,
Mm,
where did the time go? But
yes.
then I had to, realize that I've been busy. I've been busy.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my God,
that too. And I've
girl.
learned that I'm just busy because I don't want to. And I heard Tyler Perry say this. He was like, "Yeah, we be busy, busy, busy trying to run away from it. It's just gonna wait for you to sit
Yeah,
down."
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because
My
I find
thing is,
myself
I
like,
was shopping. I was trying to
"Oh,
shop my blues away.
come
I was
on,
trying to shop
that's
my
me,
depression away.
that's
And
me."
now I
I'm
got
telling
4 closets and a garage full of clothes, wigs. I got a closet of, you hear what sis, you walk upstairs and the closet that's supposed to be for, I guess, whatever, girl, full of wedding presents and wigs.
you. Yeah, I got
Wedding
shoes,
presents
clothes,
and wigs.
purses. Yes, same here. Same here.
Shoes. I mean, ridiculous.
Eh,
Just, ridiculous. And all of that was my grief.
Same
That
here.
was that was my grief, trying to make it past another day
Mm-hmm.
of grief. Buying this,
Same here. And staying busy.
yeah,
And it's staying
yeah.
busy. And now I'm like, okay, something got to give. Something got to come off this plate.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yes.
if
I've
you
been told you
find
that.
right. Yeah, something got to come off this plate. But yeah,
Yeah.
I feel you right there. And for me in the beginning, I used to take long showers. And while I was in the shower, I would cry, I would pray,
Uh-huh.
and my husband be like, "Man, what are you doing in there?" And I'm just like,
Using all the hot
yeah.
water.
And it was something about the water that was soothing to me.
Yeah.
That yeah, I would just be in there crying, praying, be like, Lord, I need you. I just need you. I don't know how I'm gonna
Yeah.
do this. And
Yeah.
that would be comforting to me. And at nighttime, it's getting better. That I used to, well, I cannot be in complete silence. I
Mm-hmm.
have to have something going. And he used to be like, "You
Mm-hmm.
won't be watching TV at nighttime all late." And I'm like, "No, the TV is on.
Right. Girl.
I'm not watching it."
So it ain't just me. Baby,
No.
I got to have the TV on, whether it's on Looney Tunes,
Yes.
uh, Alfred Hitchcock, something. But the
Yes.
TV got to be on. It
Yes.
has to be. So now, me and Bishop, we've gotten to the place now that we put on the instrumental worship music,
Right.
or
I probably need to do that. Yeah.
yeah. So, but like you said, something has to be on. It
Yes.
has to be. And
Because
even
complete
when,
silence.
I got a whole office up there, but I come
Mhm.
downstairs to do my ties and stuff. Girl, just crazy. Just fool on.
So yeah, now I'm like this. Them quiet hours will get you. Them quiet hours.
Yeah. It does. It really does. So what are some of the things that now, okay, now it's been 5 years. What are some of the things that, besides taking a long shower, what are the things that you are doing now to where you're just not existing, but you are living? What are you doing?
Well, I read, and I also
Mm-hmm.
I am trying to do more what God has for me to do. Because when you
Yes.
pass, I realized like, okay, God is not
Uh-huh.
playing, and He will take
No,
you up.
no.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I read, and I enjoy doing like jail and prison ministry, and I do that, and I share my story with the young ladies because I want them to know
Uh-huh.
I'm not just up here just talking
That's right. That's
or
right.
teaching and telling you these scriptures. And I tell them that so they know he's helped me through some stuff too, and he's still helping
Mm-hmm.
me through. So
That's
I
right.
do that, but the main thing is that those showers help me a whole lot. And I
Oh.
still have his room is kind of like it's set up how it was when he was little. So I still have we just got his football team picture matted. We have that up in his room.
Okay.
Yeah, we have some, and he had whatever you call them sticky things that go on the walls that look like
Yeah.
three. Yeah, so we put
Okay.
yeah, so of his favorite football team because he was all into football. So
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I go in there and just think about him, and I try to
Yeah.
think about who he was, and I know he'll be like, "Mommy, knock it off with the crying and all of that." Like, so I think about that kind of stuff. Because
Listen.
he was just that person, like,
Yeah.
get off. So I think
Yeah.
about that. I used to always tell him and his brother, like, you ain't got to worry about me because I'm a warrior. Like,
22. Okay,
right?
warrior.
Like, I'm,
Girl,
so
look.
I think about that now, and I'm like, Lord, I am a warrior. And another thing that when people used to be like, oh, you so strong, and I'm like, you don't see me when I'm at
Baby,
home,
you don't even have a clue.
right?
You, girl, that's on the same level when I have a good wig on. They be like, oh, your hair's so pretty, baby. You don't this. Down, look, that thing just melted good. That's
Right,
all, baby.
right.
You don't even know. You don't even
Yeah.
have a clue. So let me ask you this. Because I've been there. Will you ever change the room?
I don't know. I
Okay.
don't know. I still have some of his sneakers and like
Mm-hmm.
Jordans and stuff like that. I just
Yeah.
haven't I don't know, got the energy or I don't know why I had because he was a
Mm-hmm.
sneakerhead. So
Uh-huh.
I don't know if I would
I
ever
got the
change.
shoes Khalil was wearing in the
Yeah.
accident.
Yeah. Ooh.
I got his sneakers and they were Nikes. Yeah, I think they were Jordans. And
Yeah.
it's mm, it's got smears and drops of blood on them.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't clean them. But they're in the garage. And I still haven't went through. They sent the boxes from
Mm-hmm.
the Marines. Still
Mm-hmm.
have not gone through them yet. Honestly, I can't get to them.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
But it is my plan. Next year. Next year, I am. If God bless to keep me, and I pray that He will. Next year, I plan on doing just that. Um, Getting rid of some stuff if need be, um, and get in touch with some of his military brothers and ask them, do they want anything?
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm going through, I think it was like 4 or 5 boxes of stuff. And yeah, because a lot of and the reason I asked that is because and when you come back here, you got to come to the house. So
Okay.
when you walk in this first room here, I called that was Khalil's room.
Mm-hmm.
I had pictures that the other military moms has sent me. One of my friends had a picture of him made a drawing. Somebody had crocheted girl, this, oh my God, that thing was beautiful. I had all of that, hung up, different things of Marines and all of that. And since I got to the point, I said, you know what? I need a room
Yeah.
I can read, that I can just be at peace,
Mm-hmm.
that I can have solitude. And so, you know what? I started taking down all that stuff. Somebody made me a big, what you call that stuff that you, oh God, that a lot of people make reefs with. It,
I know
it's
what you're
not
talking about.
that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, somebody made me a big red and black, huge reef thing with his picture in the middle and everything. Had that sitting over in the corner, girl. I moved all of that stuff out. Um, I had blue furniture in here. I gave that to somebody. I painted this whole room. But I did paint what my accent wall. I painted
Mm-hmm.
that blue. And yeah, I painted that blue, and the rest is like a dark cream color, and I decorated it, and it's blue, orange, gold. It's a whole bunch of colors, girl, in
Mm-hmm.
here. But I love it. I love it, and it was like a freedom because I felt I don't want to do this because I don't want it to seem like I'm getting rid of him or his memory. But his memory is not tied into like a bunch of things.
Right.
His memory is tied to what I'm doing for the kingdom. So
Right.
that's why I asked you um if you ever decide, I don't even have a problem flying up there and helping you with that process. Cause
Okay.
yeah, I had to do this room, and yeah, this is my sanctuary. Um, you know, and a lot of times we feel like we're getting rid of them. We're getting rid of a part of them.
Right.
And
That's
yeah, that's furthest from the truth. I think what we do for the kingdom, what we do in their memory, that's what's gonna last. Because God forbid, there could be a house fire, flooding or whatever, and again, Lord God forbid, um, and it can mess up a lot of stuff.
mm-hmm.
So that's why I had to get into the mindset of the things that I do in his memory, the works, that I do. That's
Right.
what I hold close. That's what, and granted, I got, I created a photo album and all of that and stuff. But what are some of the things that no, I'm not gonna go there because that sounds like let me encourage you for a minute. So with moving forward, moving forward, what are some of the things that you plan that you have hopes in doing that may doesn't necessarily have to do with him?
Well, this does have something to do with him. You know, we have the scholarship in his name, and we do the barbecue fundraiser every 2 years. But I do
Okay.
plan. Um, I'm now certified life coach, and I want to.
Yes. Yes.
I
Go
want
ahead,
to.
girl.
So I do the jail and prison ministry, and I
Uh-huh.
really, really, really love doing that. And I know a lot of the
Hmm.
young ladies when they get out or whatever, they go to the same environment that caused them to
Yeah.
be in. So
Right.
in the future, I don't know if I want to use my life coaching or whatever to something to help them, you
Hmm.
know, not to continue with the same behaviors or the
Yeah.
same decisions that cause them to go into jail or whatever, and also to some place where they don't have to go back to the same environment that
Right.
they came. Because I
Or
just
even
had
catch them before they get to jail.
yes. So
Yeah.
I want to use my life coaching for something in that area, and
Awesome.
that's the biggest thing. Because I really love out of everything I do
Mhm.
in the sisterhood ministry, but I really love jail ministry because some of those stories in
Awesome.
there are heartbreaking, and because they don't know any better.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just want to.
And what they were seeing, they their environment, what
Right.
what they were seeing
Right.
is
Yeah. So
wow.
my life coaching is transformation life coach and purpose driven life coach, because I think everybody need help. Some people, they need more help than others, and you
Right.
need
But
somebody
we
to
all
help
need it.
you, right, guide you in the right direction. Because like I said,
That's
that
right.
most of them, they get out and they going right back to that same
Mm-hmm.
environment. And I always tell them, while you in there, of course, you're gonna pick up the Bible, you're gonna read, but the
You ain't
battle,
got no time.
the battle don't start till you leave up out of here.
That's right. That's right.
Because
And
then
you got to change this
yes,
to not
you
go
got
back to that.
because you're gonna get around them same friends, and then they're gonna be looking at you like, oh, you think you better than us because you didn't you start
Right.
reading the
And
Bible,
I
you start
am.
yeah. So that's what I tell them. The battle gonna start when you leave it. That's when the real battle starts.
Uh-huh. That's
So
right.
to help
Because that's when the attack's gonna come.
yes. So I'm still praying about it and how I want to go about it, but yeah, I have my name and everything for my life coaching business.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I love
and
it. I'm so
my therapist, I told her this was hard for me too. When people ask how many children you have, I did not know how to say. Like I have told between my husband and I, we have 5, and I'm like, I did not know how to say that because we still have 5 kids. Just one is deceased, but I didn't know how to say it. And then when I would talk like, not that he didn't exist, but it was just a hard conversation for me to have because I didn't know how to say it. And so she was like, no, that's still your child. And you still say we have 5 kids but I don't know why that was hard for me. And I also I always say passed away. I never say died.
Right.
Because to me, when you say
I do too. I say I have 3, but one is deceased or one passed away. Yeah.
I never say, for me, when you say dead or died, that just makes it so final, even though we know.
Yeah.
Just
we
words.
Know it is, but it's like a dog.
Right. Like, so yeah. And that was really hard for me. And yeah, so
that's just I don't know, just dead.
You like, no.
Just he dead. I mean, to be dead, you think about them Western movies when they hung people, or just, I mean, like a execution style shooting, or just somebody strangling them and they tongue just hanging out. They're just oh Jesus, it just sounds so gruesome. Like
it does.
It really, they're like, yeah, it's just, but anyway, so I'm not going to keep you, but I'm so glad that we were able to do this and talk about this. And no, we're not encouraging anyone because this is not letting me encourage you. No, we need encouragement. We need motivation. We need to be inspired. Yes. We're not going to let me encourage you for a minute right now. This is just being V. And let me tell y'all something. Check on your strong friends because we need encouragement sometimes.
We do.
We need, a phone call, a text, send a card, a pigeon with something taped around his ankle, something. Just, because we're strong don't mean we don't need or desire.
Right.
That love, that strength. And of course we get it from God, but while we're here on earth, we still want that human affection to know, was just thinking about you. Hey, I just wanted to stop by, or I just wanted to get you this. It ain't much, it's just a candle. Girl, I'm a candle freak. I'm a candle freak.
Yes.
Sis, I got too many candles. That's another thing. That's just, now that ain't out of depression. That's just I love candles. But after he passed, I had a little bit more funds that I could just go buy more. But girl,
Right.
I love candles, and gardenia and
Mm-hmm.
jasmine are my go-to. And what else I don't know what else I like the like soft cotton, not no strong with that bergamot, and I ain't
Oh
in
yeah.
all that yeah, I'm not. I like the soft flowery rose type stuff.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
favorite one is
honey stuff.
Bath and Bath and Body Works. It only comes out during Christmas time. It's called Winter Candy
Yeah.
Apple. That's my favorite scent.
Oh, are you
Yep.
serious?
Winter
I
Candy
like
Apple.
that,
My
girl.
favorite.
I got the lotion and the
Yes.
spray. It smells
Yes.
good. Oh
So when
my
that
God.
come out, I'm like,
I
"Ooh."
didn't smell the candle.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
yeah, I love the candle too.
I'm gonna definitely cause let's see, cause they'll have that out. Let's see, October, Halloween. Yeah, they'll have that out in October. Cause they don't
Yes.
never let us have a season. Girl, Thanksgiving, you put out the pumpkin candles, something. Just Lord mercy. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna try that scent. So, sis, with this being said, I thank you
Thank
for
you.
sharing. And hopefully next year, maybe we can do something for Bereavement Parent Month. Maybe we can get
Right.
together, do a retreat, or just go and relax, go on a sister trip, or something. I think that would be nice. But
That would
definitely
be.
keep in mind. Oh, go ahead. Oh, it definitely. And definitely keep in mind, I'm going to send the information. I do want to do a 10-year, let me encourage you for a minute, cruise next
Okay.
year. I'm
Okay.
not finalizing. I haven't finalized everything yet. I'm trying to go into some dates. I got to get with my brother on that. So to help him with his business as well. But I'm gonna look up some dates, see where everybody may want to leave from. I'm thinking Port Canaveral.
Mm-hmm.
Some people, Orlando. I've never left from Orlando. Don't want to drive to Orlando. So I'm thinking Port Canaveral would be, a good spot to leave from. They
Mm-hmm.
have some good ships, the Mardi Gras, the Glory,
Okay.
and it's another one. Because my desire is I want to be able to ride each Carnival cruise ship to
Okay.
experience it. For I want to
Mm-hmm.
be able to experience the different ones. I was trying to catch is it the Sunshine? I think the whatever was in Charleston. I was trying to
Okay.
catch that one before they discontinued it and moved it to Virginia. It's
Mm.
something start with an S, the Sunshine, the something. But I
Okay.
definitely have wanted to do that one. But if I have to go to Virginia, maybe we can meet in Virginia
Okay.
and take that and do that next year for the Bereavement Parent Month. Maybe we
Okay.
can definitely do that. So, sis, I want to thank you so much for being my guest on Just Being V. Again, Just Being V. It's not let me encourage you for a minute, and it's not let's talk with God, but this is more of being open, being candid, being transparent, being honest. Um, about your feelings, about what's going on, about different topics, and just really releasing it and just talking
Yeah,
about it. Just talking about it because talking is good.
it
Just
is.
talking about, bless you, just talking about something gives you a release
It
that
does.
you can go on a little bit further, that you can make it. So, sis, I love you. I'm
Love you
excited
too.
about seeing you in October.
Yeah.
I'm so ready. I'm so ready. And being a vendor is just I'm excited. I am excited the different avenues that God can, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm
I am too.
excited. So,
I am
Yes,
too.
well, we'll be talking, of course, before then. You'll be back up here before then, of course. Because we got to talk about the symbol of life. We got to talk about that.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
We got to talk about it, baby. Because life, the symbol of life is life be life.
Yes.
Life be life, but we still here. We still
Yes,
here.
ma'am. We
So
still
with
here.
this said, that's it. I love you, sis.
Love you
And
too.
thank you again for agreeing to this. And again, everyone that will watch this, 9:00 a.m. Monday morning. Thank you so much. I hope that you got something from this. And this is your girl, Apostle V. And this is an episode of Just Being V with my beautiful sister, Miss Davis. And I love you and thank you. And you know, we always here for each other.
Yep. Love you too. And thank you for the invite.
I love you.
Love you. Have a good
All
night.
right, baby. You too. Bye.